Trust the process. A saying that the 76ers have been following for a few years now, and I hope they're still believing in the process, still trusting the process, because they're in a tough spot right now that Ben Simmons wants out of Philly. Hey guys, it's Rob Jotz, and I'm here to talk about Ben Simmons wanting out of Philly and a few trade destinations that he should look to go to. I think some teams that he would fit well with. But Philly's in a tough spot because Ben Simmons, his stock, his trade value is at a low right now. After that performance against the Hawks in the playoffs where he was very passive, Doc Rivers couldn't really go to him at the end of the games. He had to give it to Embiid or Tobias Harris or even Seth Curry. Ben Simmons couldn't be relied upon because they would foul him. He would miss his free throws. He was just awful. His confidence was shattered. It was crazy. It's hard for the Sixers to trade him when his value is so low because they're thinking that he's like a 5-star athlete. They're thinking he's a 5-star talent, and he's not. Before they wanted to trade for, or thinking about trading for James Harden, and the Rockets would have done it. But now, Ben Simmons, his value is low. And, it looks like now that they're going to have to trade him for, an offer that's not too favorable for the 76ers. The first team I got probably everyone's been talking about is the Blazers. Everyone's saying, oh, trade Dame for Ben Simmons straight up. But that's not really a favorable trade for the Blazers. Yeah, I wouldn't do that offer. Damian Lillard's still under contract. And he can still play. He's still your best player. He's better than Ben Simmons by a landslide now. It's hard for the Blazers to accept that offer when you're getting Ben Simmons in return, and his confidence is shaky right now. We don't really know what to expect for him this season. Honestly, I think that CJ McCollum is a little more even of a trade. If they were able to trade CJ McCollum and maybe a couple other players and draft picks, maybe like an Anthony Simmons. Adding CJ McCollum to the 76ers is going to add a lot of scoring. He can play make. He can create his own shot. Ben Simmons going to the Blazers, he adds defense. He can defend multiple positions. He can guard 1 through 3, even 4. And defense is something that the Blazers haven't showed. They haven't been able to defend a lick. So the Blazers have relied heavily on Damian Lillard to score a bunch of points and to outscore the other team. And if they added Ben Simmons, it would help stop the team, add some defense to the team, and not to be so reliant on scoring 130 points a night. You know what I mean? So the Blazers don't necessarily have to trade Damian Lillard. They don't need to. He's tweeted some stuff out there, but they don't really need to trade him. I think adding Ben Simmons and replacing CJ McCollum is a better option for the Blazers going forward. I feel like it would put them in a better position in the West, especially defensively. And for the Sixers, I feel like, you can't really request too much. I think Damian Lillard is too much of a request for Ben Simmons with his low trade stock right now. Another team that could trade for him is the Warriors. The Warriors, I think Ben Simmons would play well with Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. I feel like, surrounding him with shooting is best for him, especially, his lack of jump shot, and he's not able to shoot from the outside. He's more of a pass-first guy, and he's really only good at scoring when he's around the rim. So I feel like playing with Steph Curry, he can play off the ball. He doesn't have to bring the ball up. And that was one of my critiques with Giannis. I hated when Giannis brought the ball up because teams would just sag off, clog the paint, and they would do the same thing with Ben Simmons there. They would just sag off. So I feel like if he plays with a stellar point guard in Stephen Curry who has unlimited range, Stephen Curry and Ben Simmons in the pick and roll, I think that would be really good, because defenders have to fight over to stop Stephen Curry shooting. But then also Ben Simmons, he's 6'10", he can catch lobs, he's strong, he's athletic. So I think that would be a good good place for him. I just feel like Draymond Green would probably have to be dealt in that trade. I just don't see Draymond and Ben Simmons meshing well together because they both can't shoot and they're both in the power forward position. So I don't see how that can work. And then another team I would probably say is probably the Spurs. You know, if I was looking at the Spurs roster right now, and if I'm Philly, I would look for, you know, DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, some of those players. Bringing in DeJounte Murray, still a great defender, so Philly would still be one of the best defensive teams in the league. And Keldon Johnson, he can score, he can rebound, he plays hard. We've seen him play in Team USA. He's a tough kid. For the Spurs, I feel like Greg Popovich just being in his ear, I just feel like he would push Ben Simmons to be better, to have a better work ethic and continue to work on his game, because he has flaws, and Coach Pop would help him build confidence, because these reports saying that, you know, Ben Simmons is babied and he doesn't work on his game. I just feel like Coach Pop would be a guy who could really enforce Ben Simmons to just, you know, continue to work on his game and get better each day. Philly doesn't have too many options right now because of Ben Simmons' low trade stock right now and him wanting out right now, saying he's not going to report to camp and all that. So I feel like, you know, it's going to be hard for Philly to get an offer that they really want, especially at the beginning of last season when they could have gotten James Harden. So I feel like, you know, Philly's in a tough position right now. Probably going to have to get a 4-star player or even a 3.5-star player in return for Ben Simmons. But we'll see. We'll see where Ben Simmons goes. Hopefully he's in another situation where he can start fresh and, you know, be able to work on his game.